Hello students, today we continue with the chapter Force and Pressure, chapter 9, and we have already discussed about the force. Now we are going to discuss about the pressure. We have discussed about atmospheric pressure. Now here we are going to discuss the pressure of liquids. That means like air exert pressure in the same manner, liquid also exert pressure on the objects which are immersed in them. You can see over here that liquid also exert pressure on object immersed in them, means the objects which enter or which immerse in the liquid. So the water molecules, they exert pressure on that object. If a mug is immersed in a bucket of water and released, it comes out. This is because water bounces upward by exerting pressure on it. So when we are putting a mug in the bucket, then what will happen? This mug easily comes out. Okay, so this upward push of water is greater than the weight of the body, and that is why it is pushed upward. Now the pressure exerted by the liquid, it increases as the depth increases. This is a very important point, that the pressure which is exerted by the liquid, increases as the depth increases. As we move down, more the pressure, because the number of the molecules of water which are present on it increases. Okay, and each molecule causes the pressure on that object. Now the pressure exerted on the body inside a liquid, it depends on the weight of the air column above it. Now it depends on the weight of the air also. So here you can see in the diagram that this ball is over here. Okay, here you can see the ball. This ball is here, and this ball, when we put in the water, so it comes down. And this air column, we say the air which is present on the outside, it causes pressure on the ball. As a result, that ball enter inside. Okay, and now the very small area of ball is in contact at the bottom. So due to which the air column or the pressure exerted by the air will be on that particular point, and it is more. Okay, so now just have a look. The pressure exerted on a body inside a liquid, it depends on the weight of the air column above it. This is point, this one. It depends on the weight of the air column above it. This upward push is the deciding factor for the bodies to float or sink. That means the pressure is over here exerted by the air column. Okay, as well as the pressure is exerted by the water also. So there is an upward push or upward force which decides whether the body will float or sink. That means if the pressure from the outside, if I say this, pressure from the outside is, and there is pressure from the inside. If both these pressure balances, then the body is supposed to float. But if the external pressure or air pressure is more than the liquid pressure, then what will happen? Due to this pressure, this body will sink in the water. So this upward push is the deciding factor for the bodies to float or sink, and is determined by the density, and the formula of density is mass upon volume. Mass upon volume. Mass of the body upon volume of the water, and not the weight of the object. It does not depend on the weight of the object. It depends on the density. Okay, for example, if you throw a ball of modeling clay into a water, it will sink. Simple. When we put a clay ball in the water, it will sink because it is heavier than the water, and the pressure exerted by the liquid is not that much sufficient enough to pull it up. But if you mold this clay into a boat, it starts floating because now it is less dense than the same volume of water. Okay, that means here you can see this is the clay ball. Okay, and now this clay ball has been changed to this boat like disc like structure or boat. So what will happen in this? In this, what will happen? All the particles of the clay, they are very close to each other and causes more dense. Okay, whereas in the when we have molded this clay into a boat, okay, in this boat shape, then what will happen? The area increases, density decreases, and it will reduce the pressure and it will start floating on the water. So we say that if we throw a ball of modeling of an object, for example clay, into water, it will sink because it is heavier than water and the pressure exerted by the liquid is not sufficient enough to pull it up. But if we mold this clay into a boat, it starts floating because now it is less dense than the same volume of water. So dams are built to store water. Okay, you all know very well about it that dams are built to store the water. Because of the pressure of the water, they are made much wider at the bottom than at the top. You have seen the bridge also. Okay, the base of the bridge pillars, they are broad and on the top that is narrow. Okay, so the base is made broader because the pressure which is exerted is more at the bottom than at the top. So in the same way in dams also, the dam's base is made wider than the bottom at the top. Okay, so they are made wider at the bottom. Dam base is made wider at the bottom than at the top because the water pressure at the bottom of the dam can be used to spin water turbines, and these turbines have blades like water wheels. So the pressure of the water, it spins the turbines and helps to generate the electricity. Okay, that means when we are building the dams, the pressure of the water is more at the bottom, due to which the base of the dam is made wider, and this due to this pressure only, the pressure of the water at the bottom is more. Due to that purpose only, turbines are attached at the bottom, so that with that pressure the blades of turbines, they rotate and generate the electricity. So here we say that dams we are used for generating the electricity just because the pressure of water is more at the bottom. Now here is the measurement of pressure. How we can measure the pressure? While traveling in a vehicle, you may have found sometime that the air pressure in the tubes of the tires drop. Okay, when you go in the cars or on a bike, so what will happen? The pressure in the tire means the tire tube is not tight. So air pressure in the tube of the tire, it goes down. So what will happen? The vehicle does not move properly on the road. The driver usually takes the vehicle to the nearby petrol pump where he fills air again in the tube of the tire. You may have noticed that while filling the air, he keeps an eye on the meter. There is a meter which is used to indicate the air pressure in the tire tubes. So he has to check the air pressure, because if air in the tube, it becomes more than the required amount, then what will happen? If more air enters, then more pressure will be there, and due to more pressure the tube may burst. Okay, so now here is the barometer is a device which is used to measure the atmospheric pressure. The device which is used to measure atmospheric pressure is barometer. It consists of a glass tube which is long and it is sealed at one end. First it is filled with mercury and then it is inverted gently into a trough or a big container containing mercury. Mercury is what? It is the metal which is in the liquid form, and here we are using in the barometer, and earlier you know that mercury is used in thermometers also to measure the temperature. So mercury in the tube, it falls, means the level of the mercury in the tube, it goes down because at particular height of mercury in the tube, it balances the pressure of the atmosphere. So here you can see the diagram. See, this is the tube which contains mercury inside. This is the mercury, this is the glass tube, and in this mercury is filled. So this is the atmospheric pressure. When atmospheric pressure is more, then what will happen? The level of the mercury goes down, and when mercury goes down, then what will happen? The level of the mercury increases in the tube. So this both occurs opposite to each other. So barometer is what? It is a device used to measure the atmospheric pressure. It consists of a glass tube which is long and it is sealed at one end. Here you can see that it is sealed. This one, it is sealed at one end and it is open at the other. Okay, so the first it is filled with mercury and then it is inverted gently into a trough containing mercury. This is a complete trough, or it is a container which contains mercury in it. First, in this what we have done, we have to fill this glass tube with mercury. This glass tube is first filled with mercury and then it is inverted. Okay, so what will happen? The mercury in the tube, it falls, means the level of the mercury in the tube, it goes down because a particular height of mercury in the tube balances the pressure of the atmosphere. The height of the mercury in the tube, it balances the atmospheric pressure, means this pressure is balanced by this pressure. Okay, so here the pressure due to the weight of the column of the mercury equals atmospheric pressure, and the space above the mercury in the tube is vacuum. That means here no air is present. In this space, no air is present in this region. No air is present, that's why we call it as vacuum. So another device which is used to measure the pressure is a U-tube manometer. First we had used barometer. Now this is a U-tube manometer. It is called as U-tube manometer, which is used to measure the liquid pressure. A simple manometer, it consists of U-shaped glass tube. This is a U-shaped glass tube mounted on a wooden plank which is arranged on a wooden small wood piece. Okay, this tube contains some colored water. There is nothing, only a colored water is filled in this tube. One end of this tube is open and the other end is joined to the rubber tube. Here you can see that this is the open end. This is the open end and the other end is joined over here to the rubber tube, which is connected with a container containing gas. If the pressure of the gas in the container is equal to the atmospheric pressure, then level of water in both the limbs of the U-tube will be same. So what we say, if the pressure of gas in this container is equal to the atmospheric pressure, then the level of water in both the tubes, both the arms of the tube, it becomes equal. So if the pressure of the gas in the container is equal to the atmospheric pressure, then the level of water in both the limbs of the U-tube will be same. But if atmospheric pressure is less than the pressure of the gas, then the level of water will be higher in the open tube, because here we say that the pressure of this gas is more and this atmospheric pressure is less. Then what will happen? Here the level increases. level of water will be higher in the open tube, because over here it is no vacuum. There is no vacuum over here, due to which it is open, and therefore the air can go out which is filled over here, and thus the level can change. If gas pressure is less than the atmospheric pressure, then the level of water will be lower in the open tube. So what will happen if we say that if gas pressure is less and atmospheric pressure is more, then what will happen? Just opposite to it. This one will move more down and this one will increase up. Okay. So if the gas pressure is less than the atmospheric pressure, then the level of water will be lower in the tube. Now where we apply this pressure, what are the applications of pressure? Just have a look over here one by one. We'll discuss all these. Pressure exerted by liquid in blood vessels helps blood to move throughout the body. Okay, this thing we know that heart is the pumping organ in our body. Heart pumps the blood, and this blood which is moving in the blood vessels like arteries, veins in our body, it moves with the pressure, and that pressure is exerted by the pumping part of the heart. Means when heart pumps, the blood comes out with pressure from the heart and then it moves into the arteries. Okay, so here we say due to this pressure only, this blood vessels helps blood to move throughout the body. Second is the rubber suckers. These are used to install hooks in the kitchen. Means there are rubber suckers which we fix on the wall. They stick to the wall. Okay. They without using any, we say, sticky substance like Fevicol or gum, whatever it is, we are not using these substances. Without using Fevicol, these rubber suckers, if they are allowed to attach to the wall, they stuck to the wall, because the air between the wall and the sucker is sucked out, because when we press, the air which comes between the wall and the sucker, it is removed, and now there is no air, due to which that rubber suckers, it attached to the wall very nicely, and we can hang the things on that hook. Now third one is, don't you enjoy drinking cold drinks with a straw? Yes, everyone enjoy drinking cold drinks with a straw. Okay, so when we suck the cold drink, then what will happen? We drink the cold drinks. We drink the cold drink using the straw. And when we suck, what will happen? The air pressure inside our mouth, it goes down, and the air pressure outside increases. So what will happen? Due to that, the cold drink enters into the straw. So see over here, when we suck a cold drink with a straw, the air in the straw goes into the lungs and forces the liquid to rise up the straw. So because of this pressure only, we are able to drink the cold drink through straw. Next is a vacuum cleaner. When we switch on the vacuum cleaner, what will happen? Low pressure is created inside the cleaner. This helps suck the dirt into the device. That means low pressure is created inside the vacuum cleaner. As a result, what will happen? Every dirt, means whatever the dirt is present outside, it is sucked inside with the pressure. Next one is the squeezing of toothpaste. When we squeeze the toothpaste, that means we are applying the pressure. When there is lemon, when we squeeze a lemon, then lemon juice is formed. When we spray the bottle, then what will happen? We are applying the pressure, and due to that only the content comes out. These are the some activities which are not possible without the application of pressure. For these all activities, pressure is required. So here we have discussed about the applications of pressure. We have discussed about the instruments to measure the pressure, barometer and U-tube manometer. Okay, so this we have discussed and we have completed with the chapter.